Hi there, it's Kelly, your TLC for Seminar 4. I'm here to walk you through the first steps of your Assignment 1, the New York City Public Data Assignment. So here, if you go to the course site and you go to Assignments, New York Public Data Assignment, you'll see the instructions here. And the two due dates you need to be aware of is actually coming up really fast. It's crazy. So this Monday, I think it is, the 8th. Let me just double check my calendar. Yes, it's this Monday, the 8th. To email me a research question based on the data I'm about to show you. And we can work together on that question to help you make the best question possible. And then you'll post the final assignment on the 24th. And so this is essentially, you can think of, this is the night before, right? This is, the midnight of your Wednesday, the day of class. Okay, so this assignment, what I want you to do is I want you to look at the public data that is available from New York City government. It's incredible the amount of information that's curated and stored and shared to the public about what happens in New York City. And so I wanted you to get a chance and appreciate how much data is available and how much you can learn about what's happening in your city and creating your own research, which is especially important for this class, but I think it's also important for you as students from CUNY. Okay, so that's the purpose. You're going to pose a research question inspired by the data set you're going to look at. We're going to look at the COVID data sets from New York City. And then the next step will be doing a simple analysis of that data and visualizing the results in a chart. I will make more videos just like these of these two steps. Then once you have your chart, you'll write a small explanation explaining your research question, the type of analysis you did, and what kind of results did you find. So you'll post that on the course website. So let me just show you where this data is. If you go to the New York City Gov website, it is a link. This link is where I found the link, but obviously I just am giving you the link directly to the data set to make it less confusing. For those of you who have never heard of Github, Github is essentially it's like a Google Docs, but it allows you to store code. So a lot of coders and software engineers and data scientists will use Github to store code. We could also store a lot of data sets. So people who are really into open data really love using Github because you can store a lot of information here for the public and other people to see. You can also make them private as well. Anyway, so this is all the data. So here you see different files. And if you keep scrolling, there's an explanation of what this data is, where it came from, the history of the data. So this data, it marks the very beginning of, well, not the very beginning, but very early of February 29th, 2020 in New York City. So very early cases in the city. And so it gives you even explanations and instructions of how to use this repository. And so other sort of information and updates. But here are the files here. And so let's look at totals. I think essentially you're really going to look at these three folders. There's latest, total, and trends. So actually let's go to latest first, because you can see these are updated 8 hours ago. These are updated every day with new stats. You can see these other, 4, haven't been updated in a few months. So I think these three folders are going to be the most relevant. Let's go to latest. And now we see about 10 or so different data sets. And so let's just open one up. Let's do cases by day. So this should be the most recent. And so here's where you have the data. So here, the date of interest. So here, this data set starts in November, which is interesting. So I wonder why they don't have the very beginning. But they have every day from November to the last day in January. So looks like they haven't updated it for Monday and Tuesday. But so here you can have the case count, probable case count. And so, just reading these, I'm not sure what probable case count is, but what's really helpful is that there is an explanation of what all these headers are. And I'll show you that just in one moment. But I want to show you how big this is. So here, this is the Bronx. So showing you all the information for the Bronx. And it keeps going, Manhattan, Queens, etc. So it breaks it down by borough. Oops, sorry. So I just went back. If you need an explanation of this data, it's in the README file. So those of you maybe who, I don't know if you lost me there, but I just went back from the spreadsheet that I was looking at, and here's an explanation of what all of the data sets, how they're defined. Okay, so let's go back one more and look at totals. So here you have antibody by age, antibodies by birth. So this looks like it's about testing. You're testing for antibodies. Antibody by poverty line, potentially. Antibody by race. Death by race. So let's go ahead. This one breaks it down by race and age. So this looks like a smaller data set. So really, this is all you need to do right now. I want you to look through the data that's available to you on this website and look in these different folders and then just open them up. Just spend some time exploring what's here. You may not know what lag median is or lag 25th percentile is, but there is information here to find that out. And if you need help, please email me. But right now, all I want you to do is explore these different spreadsheets and think about something that you'd like to analyze and ask a question about. Thank you and good luck. I really look forward to working you on this assignment. Bye.